So, we're trying to come up with a new product. For your project, you're supposed to be working on coming up with new ideas for your product. Well, we want to talk about now idea generation. You possibly might be sitting with your coworkers who are within your group and discussing product ideas that you might want to work on for your project. That's fine. And while you're doing this, you might be bouncing the idea off your friends and your family and seeing what they think of things. Well, we have internal sources where we could get ideas for new products. We have external sources that we could use to get new products, and we have a little term called crowdsourcing. For our internal sources, according to a study that was in the book, 14% of new ideas for new products came from research and development, R&D. They claim that 41% of the new idea for products came from the employees, and 36% of the ideas for new product ideas came from the customer. Keep in mind that 80% of them failed. But I assume marketing in this case is part of R&D. Not sure about that, not too clear. So think about it. Potential ideas. Now, if we go back to internal marketing, getting our employees on board where they care, they're willing to put in submissions for new product ideas. That's important. We need to keep them happy and willing to share their ideas with us. 41% of new product ideas came from employees. 36% came from the customer. Now, we're going back to one of the first classes of maintaining an open system. Getting that feedback from the customer. It's easier than ever now that you have the internet. Nobody has to sit down and write a letter and then put it in an envelope, address it to who knows, put a stamp on it and all that. No, they just get on the internet, come to your website, and give ideas. They're happy to do that too. Now they call external sources. We could go to the supplier. Actually, the customer is kind of an external source, but if they're within our little network, we'll call it internal. External sources include suppliers. What if you're making something, you're manufacturing something, the supplier might have a new material that might help you make a new product. I recently have seen some morning shows with my kids and all of the toys that they have, and you just wonder about the plastics that are made and how things are bendable and all kinds of, and they're the spider that walks and stuff like that. A lot of new materials, new tech, put tech right there as well. Now, we also could get ideas from the distributors. They get feedback from the retailers, and the retailers get the feedback from the customers as well. So we could go to our distributors, or at least keep an open communication with them for any new product ideas. Hey, we heard that this is neat. Or they might even tell you what the competition is doing. Then we can go to the retailers, the front line, and actually I'm going to put their employees might be there because they're sitting in the store listening to all the customers. That's another source. So we have that. And the competitors. If you've ever heard the term reverse engineering, why does one phone company come out with this and the next month the next one got it? Well, my thinking is, and it would be the wise thing for them to do, let's take car manufacturers. Every year new models come out. Well, the major car companies would go out and buy one of those cars and literally disassemble it. Look and see how things were made. And you look at the phone companies, hey, wait a second, how did they do that? We're going to figure that out, we're going to copy it. We could do that, reverse engineering. Take things apart and look in there and see what's going on. When we're talking about getting ideas from the competitors, might even look at the ads. That might help. And we could go shop. Retail / TV, which would go back to ads. Yeah, you probably heard of the pocket hose, right? Somebody came up with the pocket hose. Now there's 15 different pocket hoses. So we could get ideas like that. Got to keep it up. That open system, where we're getting feedback. Actually, in this case, feedback and ideas from the customers, and we're getting feedback and ideas from the suppliers. We're getting feedback and ideas from the employees and the distributors. We have distributor here, retail here, getting all of the ideas for new products. So we can keep up with the times, keep making stuff cutting edge, keep our product line fresh and in there. So we get all of these ideas. Another one is crowdsourcing, where it goes to the customer or the consumers if they're not a customer, and we invite everyone to give ideas. 20,000 heads are better than one. In this case, and you see this around, where they'll have a $5,000 award for the best so-and-so. I think actually Lay's potato chips, I might have mentioned this earlier, had one of these crowdsourcing where people sent in all their ideas for new flavors for Lay's potato chips. And I don't think it was 5,000, I think it was $500,000, if not $1 million prize for whoever could come up with the best idea for a new flavor of potato chip. And then you would run that back through our marketing research, take all those ideas, consider them all, can we make it, all of that stuff. And is it popular? Let's get focus groups, let's get feedback from the customer and whittle down the list from thousands down to 1, 2, 3, 4 new flavors for potato chips. So don't just think of getting ideas from yourself and your group members. Think about going outside and getting ideas from people like your parents or guardians. Might be in the grocery store. They might have different needs that you haven't even thought about, and because they have a different lifestyle and they're in a different position in life, and they might have needs that you haven't thought of.